What's your Timmy's here? Now, since today is the birthday of the always incredible Lucy Liu, and she also has that new movie Rosemead coming out this week, which is getting tons of award recognition for, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Lucy Liu film and TV projects. Now, I only have two TV shows on this list, and the rest is movies. So here is my list. All right, number 10 is the movie Payback. Payback is a crime thriller starring Mel Gibson. Um, and of course, and then you got Lucy Liu, who plays a ruthless and sadistic woman working for a crime syndicate. And she actually, does such a really good job here. It's very stylish and uh, of course, like Mel Gibson is great in this one. Of course, you got the likes of and of course, you got other great folks like Greg Henry, Maria Bello, Lucy Liu was great. I mean, it's a really fun little thriller that's well worth a watch there. All right, number 9 is Set It Up. Set It Up is a recent Netflix movie that stars Zoe Deutsch and Glenn Powell, where two overworked assistants try to trick their depending bosses into falling in love so they can finally get some free time here. And like it definitely has a little bit of like a weird Parent Trap feel to it. Instead of them being siblings, it's work coworkers, I guess. But it's a really nice little rom com. The chemistry with Zoe Deutsch is great. With Zoe Deutsch and Glenn Powell is both great. Of course, like Tay Diggs is also in this. Lucy Liu, Pete Davidson pops up. It is a really nice little rom com that is well worth watching there. All right. Number 8 is The Man with the Iron Fist. Now, this was directed by the RZA. Of course, it's a martial arts fantasy world where rival clans and assassins converge on a village guarding a fortune, in gamble here, like in gold and all. Lucy Liu plays Madame Blossom, who's a deadly and cunning leader of the Pink Blossom brothel here. And Lucy Liu definitely does some really fun action to it. Russell Crowe's really fun. This movie's not a great film, nothing like that, but it is actually really entertaining if you guys haven't seen it. All right, number 7 is her stint on Ally McBeal. Now, of course, obviously, this is the about the eccentric lawyer at Boston firm, focusing on Ally, played by Calista Flockhart, who's the neurotic, attorney navigating a career, romance, and surreal daydreaming here. Lucy Liu obviously pops up. This was actually one of her like really breakout TV gigs, really, where she plays Ling Wu, who's a fiercely narcissistic, confident, intimidating here, and she quickly like becomes a breakout character. And Lou's like sharp, razor sharp comedic timing is really fun. I mean, her like back and forth with Calista Flockhart's really decent. Ally McBeal was a really good show. It's such a shame that the revival never really happened. But all right, number 6 is Kung Fu Panda. Now here you got Lucy Liu, who voices the very lovable snake Viper, who's a kind, flexible, graceful and surprisingly lethal here. And it's one of the coolest like one of the fun one of the main warriors of of those leaders here. And it's such a shame that these the 5 characters never really appeared in the last Kung Fu Panda. That's unfortunate. But of course, obviously, she definitely is very fierce in this one. She voices the character pretty well. Obviously, the other voices includes Angelina Jolie, Jackie Chan, Seth Rogen. Uh, obviously the aforementioned Lucy Liu. I mean, yeah, I really do hope if we get another Kung Fu Panda, we get to see these 5 all come back. But who knows? All right, number 5 is Shanghai Noon. Speaking of Jackie Chan, by the way. This is, of course, a comedic East meets West action comedy about a Chinese imperial guard who travels to the American Old West to rescue a kidnapped princess here. And you got Lucy Liu, who plays Princess Pai Pai, um, who is a strong-willed, compassionate, and refuses to accept like a life of confinement here. And Lucy Liu does really play her part very well. Her camera, like I Love Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson in this. Lucy, like this was of course one of her like earliest roles, and she does such a good job here. I mean, highly recommend Shanghai Noon. You don't need to bother with Shanghai Night. That movie's terrible. All right, number 4 is Chicago. Now, Chicago, of course, is based on the obviously based on the Broadway show. Takes place in 1920s, where two murderous women become celebrities as they manipulate the media and the justice system while awaiting trial here. And you do got Renee Zellweger, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Richard Gere, Queen Latifah. Lucy Liu comes in as Kitty Baxter, who's a glamorous, hot-headed socialite accused of killing her cheating boyfriend here and his two lovers. And Lucy Liu definitely has some really fun, dramatic, danger charisma to her. She's not in it as much as you expect, but her presence is really fun to watch. All right, number 3 is the TV show Elementary. Elementary, of course, is like a modern take, like modern reimagining of Sherlock Holmes, with Johnny Lee Miller as Sherlock and Lucy Liu playing Doctor, not John Watson, Joan Watson. The show only lasted from like 2012 to 2019. It was a pretty decent, fun, show. I mean, I've always liked Lucy Liu's looks in this. Her chemistry with Johnny Lee Miller is really decent. Ada Quinn is also good in this as well. I mean, the show was a really interesting series. CBS actually has another like Sherlock Holmes type show, which is Watson, which is not so bad. But Elementary is a really good one. All right, number 2 is the Charlie's Angels movies. Now, of course, this is based on the very popular TV show here, starring Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. About 3 highly trained private detectives who works for the mysterious Charlie, taking on high risk missions filled with disguises, gadgets, and martial arts action here. And Lucy Liu, like her chemistry, as Alex Monday, with Cameron Diaz, Natalie, and Drew Barrymore's Dylan is great. I mean, she really steals so many scenes. She's excellent. Now, I think Full Throttle is a tad bit better. I actually watch that a little more than most than the first. But hey, the Charlie's Angels movies are still pretty fun. I mean, I would love to see a third one with them coming back, but who knows? And my number 1 favorite Lucy Liu film is they're actually doing like a re-release of both movies this week here. But that is of course the Kill Bill movies. Lucy Liu, of course, is fierce as O-Ren Ishali, who's a half Chinese, half Japanese assassin who rises from tragedy to become the queen of Tokyo here. And man, she is fierce. Like some of her this is one of her most iconic characters to date. Her duel with Uma Thurman's The Bride is excellent. This movie is just amazing all around. Lucy Liu's great, Vivica Fox terrific, Daryl Hannah, Uma Thurman. I mean, who doesn't love the Kill Bill movies? They are just a lot of fun, and they're both well worth a watch. Here, I'd love to see a third one, but who knows? But that's pretty much it there. Here's my quick rundown. Number 10, Payback. 9, Set It Up. 8, The Man with the Iron Fist. 7, Ally McBeal. 6, Kung Fu Panda. 5, Shanghai Noon. 4, Chicago. 3, Elementary. 2, Charlie's Angels. And number 1 is Kill Bill. Now, there are a few other ones I could have added as well. Her recent horror movie she just did this year, Presence. That was actually pretty decent. Let's see. Um, Definitely not Ballistic East versus Server. That's probably her worst movie, really. Domino. She did Cypher. Uh, Detachment. Southland. She appeared on ER. Why Woman Kill. Mulan 2. Dirty Sexy Money she was in. Who remembers that show? Ugly Betty she appeared on. I mean, she was recently in Shazam Fury of the Gods. I mean, who doesn't love Lucy Liu, right? She's always incredible. She could do action, comedy, drama. She could do it all. Anyway, I'll let you guys. What are some of your favorite Lucy Liu projects? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy Stein.